Just to give you a little history of the IID and my existence here at the IID, over 100 years ago, many of you are well aware, but the sea filled up. At the same time, the IID was born, and the need for the Hoover Dam project was made. So with the building of the Hoover Dam and the All-American Canal, we brought water here permanently to this rich, fertile valley of Imperial Valley. And the need for power quickly followed. You see the power plants behind us, geothermal plants. But some of my personal history is here at the sea. And just growing up, 90 years ago, my family moved here, started farming. 40 years ago, I started fishing off this small little marina. 30 years ago, my brother built his Eagle Scout project across at Sonny, Bono, Refuge. So I have some history here. Also, my mom, who couldn't be here today, she was formerly one of the organizers of the Salton Sea Bird Festival. And I think some of that rich heritage of the valley and doing what's right for the valley is important to all of us here. So I'm very proud on behalf of the entire Imperial Irrigation District, its board, all the staff here to welcome you. As some of you may recall, 3 years ago, it was only 3 years ago, so we gotta go back 100 years, and now we're just doing recent history, 3 years. Many of us joined Ken Salazar, the Secretary of the Interior, Senator Boxer, Congressman Ruiz, Assemblymember Perez, and talking to officials and stakeholders about what can be done here locally for the Salton Sea. That hearing was important because it brought renewed focus and attention to an issue that had gone unnoticed far too long. The next year, we signed a historic MOU with the county. Once I got on the board, we settled lawsuits related to the QSA, and we had one common goal: developing a realistic Salton Sea restoration plan. Much has happened since that signing of the MOU. Although there's still much work to be done, it feels like we're finally making some progress. And I want to thank you all for being here today. There's been at least 3 ceremonies that I've attended here, and I hope to attend many more. And maybe someday the county will pitch in and build us a convention center out here. That's an inside joke. For those who call Imperial or Coachella Valley home, groundbreaking today is important because it's a first step in realistic restoration. It's a first step at Red Hill Bay because it's significant. It brings together partnerships, federal, state, local, and I applaud all of you that made the efforts to get here today, especially Jennifer. Thank you. There's been several times when she was scheduled to come and either the plane didn't make it or the weather, but this time she had no excuse. I understand yesterday the tent blew away, so there were forces at work, but we still managed to show up. You heard earlier the Salton Sea water will be used in this project. It will be a blend of Salton Sea water having a saline habitat along with the Alamo River, which many of you saw on the way in. That is agricultural return flows. Once built, this project will be closely monitored along with the IID and other federal and state staff, and really will guide us in the future for projects here at the IID. This is the critical first step project. So I just want to say thank you on behalf of the IID. We are a proud partner in this project. The staff that are here today are very dedicated to it. We have many here, and I won't name them all, but I want to say thank you, Bruce. You kicked off this project along with other IID staff on the startup side of it when you were at the IID. And now I want to introduce Graham Donaldson, who's hiding in the back somewhere. He is now heading up the IID's efforts at the Salton Sea. So if you haven't met him, please take the time to introduce yourself, let him know your story, what you want to accomplish at the Salton Sea, and we're trying to incorporate everybody's comments. But the IID has to continue to advocate for the Salton Sea. It's not just this project. We also focus on this short term, but then the medium term and the long term. And we are encouraged by the state and federal actions recently. It is very important that the Salton Sea Task Force was formed, and we continue to collaborate and work with them, but we're continuing to work with our 2 head honchos here in the front row, our assembly member and our senator, who you hear from later. And I'd just like to say thank you for being here. It is very important for me with my history, but also for the rest of the people that couldn't be here from the Imperial Valley and Imperial Irrigation District. and I am a farmer, and I'm going to be here for a long time. So our family farm's 80 years old, and I hope to continue farming for another 80. Thank you very much.